Aimee Symington, the children's etiquette coach and the creator of the award-winning products on manners, Blunders, which you may have seen on the Today Show, and Manner Mats. And I am here today to give you the 5 easy steps to help your tweens and teens learn about electronic etiquette. So electronics being their cell phone and email and Facebook and Twitter and all the social media. So I would recommend that you watch this video and even show it to your tweens and teens. So the first step is to encourage your child not to have a telephone at the table. So now this also means that you also cannot have your cell phone at the table and be talking or texting or any of that. But when it comes to meal times for the family, is to take your cell phones and put them in the basket in the kitchen. And to also not be tempted to jump up and go answer the phone as soon as it rings. Because then you can concentrate on the meal with the family and have conversations. So that's my first step. The second step is to teach your children when is appropriate time to make a phone call. There has been a lot of research out there saying that a lot of teenagers right now are spending a lot of time at night texting people, emailing, on Facebook, and actually they're not getting enough sleep. And when they don't have enough sleep, that's leading to a lot of anxiety. So encourage your children not to make phone calls before 9 o'clock, but also not even after 9 or 10 o'clock at the latest. And whether that means you need to actually physically take their phone so they're not tempted and turn off the computer, or really tell them the reasons why you feel that it's important that they concentrate on their homework and on getting a good, proper night's sleep. So the third point I feel is very important, and this is that, and we need to demonstrate this ourselves, is that you need to have control over your cell phone. The cell phone does not control you. So, for example, if you're in the middle of a conversation with somebody, it is not okay to start to text, even if you're looking up like this and you're texting. It's very rude to the person that you're talking to. Also, if you're talking to somebody in the middle of a conversation and your cell phone rings, it is not okay to immediately go, "Oh, excuse me, just one second," and you take the phone. That's disrespectful and that is rude. So that is something that I personally try to demonstrate for my children so that they realize that that's not okay to do that, and the proper thing to do is to just let it ring. It's okay if your phone rings or if you get a text and you don't answer it immediately. The fourth point is knowing when you should actually pick up the phone and make a phone call, or when you should see somebody in person. Because what's happening now, I find, and also through a lot of research, is that we're getting, texting is great, but we're getting so used to sending out so much information through text, or posting information that's important on Facebook, or tweeting it, or emailing it. But sometimes that is not the appropriate thing to do. For example, if you need to talk to somebody about something that's really personal, or very important, or potentially hurtful, then when you're really talking about feelings, you should encourage your children to, the best thing to do is to talk in person. But if they can't talk in person, that is to pick up the phone and actually call. Because there's a lot of times things can get misinterpreted. And I've even heard of stories where people have quit jobs because they've texted their boss that way. They have done things like broken up with a boyfriend by text or by email. And we have to remember that texting and email, although those are great things for us, great tools, but they're not the best way to communicate. All right, and the last point that we have is to realize in ourselves and to teach our children that whatever they put out there, an electronic message, is gone and they cannot take it back. So have them think twice, if not 3 times, every time they want to press the send button or they text somebody, that what they put out there, if it could hurt somebody, if it could be seen as bullying, or it could be sent to somebody like your grandmother or a potential boss or your boyfriend or your best friend, if you don't want somebody to read something that you send, don't send it. So those are my tips of advice right there. I have more tips on my website, which is blundersmania.com. And on my website, you'll find more information about my products, Blunders, which is a board game and also the manner mats, and they can be found at all the toy stores near you. Thank you.